What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Now, look, today we're going to be talking about a crypto project that honestly taps into a space that I think has been needing to be tapped into for a while, which kind of sounds weird, but I think has an absolute ton of potential. Now, we're going to be talking about a company named Eaveai, Eaveai, and they are, of course, a partner of the channel. They approached us and said that, listen, we have an absolute ton of utility. We think that this is a perfect fit for your audience to check out. And I believed them after I saw what I saw. So I wanted to bring it to you today and get your opinion on it. And so that's exactly what we're going to do. And we're not going to waste any more time at all. Now, look, today, again, we're talking about Eaveai, which says that this is the world's first X Spaces tools. They say that this platform in which they are creating was built to make your life easier with spaces, recaps, data, and insights. Now, if you have been living under a rock, you don't know what a Twitter space is. And quite simply, it's just a spot where someone on X or Twitter can go on and quite simply just talk for a little while, basically a live stream, but without the video. Now, they're trying to tap into that market. And realistically, I think this is a good idea. As you guys know, this bull run has been different. It's been different since 2021. The 2021 bull run was super YouTube centric in the sense that YouTube was the core of that bull run. I mean, all of the biggest people from the last bull run came from YouTube realistically. Sure, Twitter or X was a huge playing factor. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't that important. Whereas I would say these days, realistically, considering the fact that retail isn't truly back yet, the majority of the people who are getting their information in the crypto world are getting it from Twitter or X, but I'm going to continue to call it Twitter for the rest of this video. And, it's become so much more important this time around, and they're trying to tap into that. They're trying to tap into that growingly more important aspect of the world of crypto. Now, the way in which they're going to do this is honestly pretty simple, okay? They're going to be creating a platform that basically does 4 key things when it comes to spaces. There are quick quality recaps in which you can not stress about attending every space to catch important information. Eaveai summarizes and captures the essence of the space to keep you informed about without the hassle. So what they're going to do is going to summarize the things that were said within that space and then give you a bit of a recap or a summary just sent directly to you that has all of the information you need. So maybe if you're at work or if you're busy, maybe your kid has a soccer game, whatever it may be, you can, of course, get that recap straight delivered to you hot and ready. Now, there's also AI-powered signals. It says Eaveai uses AI to cut the BS, offering you the creme de la creme of Web3 conversations. Optimized for quick consumption and decision making, this allows you to start to get an understanding of what could and could not be good buying opportunities, especially within the crypto space. One thing that they mentioned over here was that 80% of low market cap tokens get mentioned in an X space before they actually boom. And so knowing that, obviously having a signal or having a source that can bring you some of these possible plays is obviously a good choice. On top of that, of course, we can see here that they say this thing is secure and encrypted. Data gathered through Eaveai on both the users and spaces side is fully encrypted, ensuring a secure environment without compromising privacy or security, which is obviously incredibly important. And then lastly, you can quite simply just unlock insights. You can gain an instant all access pass to insights that are traditionally reserved for those long and hectic spaces. And, I think that taps into the key and kind of the most important principle of this for me. The reason why I wanted to bring them to the channel was quite simply because I am someone who is busy. I have things to do. And on the days that I don't have things to do, I don't want to do anything. And so the last thing that I want to do is sit in a Twitter space for 2, 3, 4 hours at a time, miss that one cool gem or that one good call that was mentioned for 6 or 7 or 8 minutes. And next thing you know, I'm not capable to capitalize on that growth. And so because this is something that would take, allow me to use my time better and be able to still capitalize on that value, I know this is something that you guys would find valuable too, because if you're on my channel, you like short, quick, straight to the point content, and this can bring that for you. Now, they're doing a pretty cool thing, right? They're doing a pretty cool thing. And what I really want to focus on now is the way in which they're implementing this, okay? The way in which they're going to be implementing this is quite simple. There are going to be 3 different plans. There's going to be a free plan, a standard plan, and a premium plan, all of which come with different sources of value. You can see the standard plan that is going to be assigned soon. They actually did. If we actually go over to their Twitter, what I can show you, give me one sec, I'll get this pulled up for you. But what we can see here is they actually just announced that the paid plan and the Telegram app are now officially live. So that is something that you can access if it is something you are interested in. But of course, what you can see is that it has a couple more perks than the free plan. And then of course, the premium plan has more access than the premium or the standard plan. Now, whenever we do think about this, okay, you guys know that I am a very, very big fan of when companies are capable of actually creating a real company. right? You know, a lot of people criticize crypto because they say that crypto is a Ponzi scheme, that it's just a bunch of kind of smoke and mirrors. There's no real value, there's no products, there's no revenue. It's just the last person in loses. And most of the time, that's the truth. And it's not something you can particularly argue because at the core of it, that is the truth. But oftentimes, whenever a company is capable of generating revenue from a product in which they're selling, using that revenue to reinject it back into the development and the growth of the company, then you're in a spot in which, okay, now we're not particularly Ponzi-nomic. Now we actually are a true developed company. And that's exactly what they're attempting to do. What you can see here is that what their game plan is to generate revenue from your paid plans, of course, B2C, which is business to consumer, and B2B, business to business, all of which will then go into the ETH treasury, in which 50% of that will be injected back in directly or indirectly to your holders. The way in which it's going to work is that there is going to be, of course, free perks that are going to be generated as a result of this revenue, as well as the fact that they are going to be doing buybacks and burns and some giveaways and things of that nature that will, of course, help raise the floor price and the intrinsic value of the underlying asset. Well, that's at least the game plan. And so because of that, now we're in a situation where it's not purely relying on the actual token volume or the token holders, whereas they can actually use their token or their product to generate revenue, use that revenue to grow the company. That is actually how a real company operates. Now, they have done absolutely phenomenal in this approach, and they have been absolutely crushing it recently. If we go out to the 4-hour charts, what you can see is this thing made a comeback for the ages. Of course, we did see after it launched, this thing fell 90% over the course of just not that long. I mean, this was 37 days, which is not good. No way to cut that cookie, right? Or that pie, whatever you want to call it. That's just not good. And after that, this thing is now up a 670% move. I mean, it speaks for itself. People are starting to recognize the value that this thing brings, and they're doing a damn good job. Currently sitting at $370,000 in liquidity on only a $4.6 million market cap, a little bit under 10%, but that is still very strong. It is fully locked and secured. 1.17K holders with $133,000 in 24-hour volume. One would say that this is holding up extremely well. And I would say it's because they actually have a product that is bringing them this stability. And of course, they're showing as time and time is going forward that these products are actually in development and they're actually going to launch them and they're actually going to be of a benefit and they're actually going to do a lot of the things on their roadmap. And so because of that, people are getting excited and people are buying. And I honestly do understand the hype. And so, of course, because of that, I decided that I wanted to bring them to the channel today and see what you thought about them. As I didn't mention before, they're a partner of the channel. But at the end of the day, guys, when we have companies like this that have true utility, I'm never going to say no to bringing them to the channel and at least getting your opinion. So, of course, what I want you to do, go down to the comments below. Is this something you would invest in or is it not? I would love to hear that from you down there. And I can't wait to see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.